Alexa, disconnect.
Now disconnected from iPhone.
Hi, did somebody join? Go for your questions. If you have any questions, you can go for it. Hey Imtiaz, hi. What's your question? Yeah. Any questions, Imtiaz? Having a high CRS score can benefit in getting in nomination earlier. I'm sure yes. Yes and no. Um, your high CEC, high score can help you, but also remember the fact that NOC should also be useful to Alberta, right? So if you have a combination of both, yes, but the minimum is 300. So more than 300, it's obviously better, but they have not specified officially that in the eligibility that you need a higher CEC score, higher CRS score, high CRS score. For CC, my company gave me a job opportunity in August 22 with old NOC code. I'm planning to use that. August 22 is a bit late. If you can get a new offer letter, it's better, Manish. They will ask you, like, eventually, if you give this offer letter, right, they will eventually ask you for a new offer letter. So it's better to give it now at this stage. Manish, was I able to answer your question? Any other question? Thank you. Can we know how many people are in queue for Tech Pathway nomination? That's a question for Alberta Immigration Imtiaz. They don't release that information officially. They don't have a like a like a queue that IRCC release similar to that. They don't have that kind of information available. They don't publish data as such. They do publish data. They do update that sheet. They have a website link where they upload the inventory, but it's not very updated. So don't hold your breath on that. Thanks, Mani, because I don't provide it. If not, I have no other option. This is yeah, Manisha. That is what I keep telling people. If you don't have any option, go with whatever you have. But try to get a current letter, because that is what, even for me, they ask that. Like I started my uh, process in February. In April, just before issuing the PR, they again asked me for the same letter. They asked me for the same letter and updated letter. So see, like this, like from February to April, 2 months they asked me for a letter. So most probably they will ask you, but yes, if a letter of explanation or something can help you, all the best. Any more questions? Any other questions, guys? I see somebody else joined. Thank you for joining. Some consultants charge absurd amount of it. Can they be trusted? Which consultants? Are you talking about the registered consultants? Registered consultants cannot help you with a job offer. They can only help you with the immigration questions. So beware of that. I would say beware of that. If they are charging you for job offer, that's a clear red flag. So don't go for that. Oh yeah, they are here for making money, Imtiaz, right? They make no mistake about it. They are here for making money. They are not doing it like an amateur thing. Yeah, they are professionals. They do it for making money, and the fact that they are charging money is a red flag, I would say. So be very cautious if you are using one of them. I would say stay away from them, even for your immigration needs. At least for the PR side, it's very easy to apply on your own. You don't have to believe or rely on anyone. So just be, you can do it on your own. the entire PR process. So don't rely on anybody. And if it is combined with a job offer, I know it becomes very tempting for everybody. But you have to think that if they are charging you for job, right? How will they pay you for the salary, right? So that's clearly a red flag for me. So don't go for that. Was they able to answer you, Imtiaz? Manish, my Indian MNC company is providing offer letter but with a max 1 year validity. Yes, like max 1 year means that you should, when you apply for AIP, you should have 1 year of validity on that offer letter, right? So max 1 year from today, like if you are applying for AIP today, then yeah, it's okay. It will work. Uh, but look at, like, there is something called a PR support letter. Okay, so what happens is that many companies just give you a letter saying that I will extend it for 1 year after you get PR. Okay, so they don't give an end date as such on that. So if that is kind of a language on the letter, even that will work. So if they can say it's valid for 1 year after you get PR, like if the letter says something like that, then it's best. Then you don't need a. Then it's kind of a thing. My company gave me a letter like, I'm sorry. My company gave me a letter like that. So, good. Making things clear for me. Welcome, Imtiaz. I hope you are sharing this channel with your friends. I need more subscribers now, man. I've been working hard on this, and I'm now planning to be more regular and more comprehensive. So I hope there are more people join us. I think this time not many people join. I have to try a YouTube live during evening time for the India people, if if they can join. More questions, guys. If you have more questions, is there any support email ID where we can ask immigration team directly providing a profile to check multiple? No, there is nothing like that. But if you look at the tech pathway form, right, there you can give the NOC, and then when you submit it, they will validate it. They will validate your NOC. So you cannot ask immigration officers that I have this choice of 4 NOCs and I want to apply one of them. That doesn't work. But yes, the tech pathway form, which is called the EOI form, the purpose of that form is this: that somebody from immigration team will check your NOC and eligibility. But as far as support email ID goes, yes, there is a support email ID. I'll just post it here. 1 second. If you have any questions, see, normally what they say, this is a form. This form is for general feedback and general questions, right? But if you have any kind of, like, after you have applied, if you have questions related to that, then you can apply from here. Let me just see. What is this? What is this? So this is one form you can apply, use to contact people. This is a useful form. Or you can call the number. I think I shared it on my WhatsApp in the group. I think I shared something. 1 second, let me just find that. Let me just find that. Contact. Yeah, this is the one, I think. I'm posting it again on that WhatsApp group. So this is the contact form, and I'm posting it here also. Then let me post it here also. So these two forms you can use to contact AIP. The second form, I think, if you use that form, what they will do is they will ask you for an application number. So that is for people who have already applied. So there is a phone number. There is a phone number which you can use. I'm posting it on the WhatsApp group also, and also here. So these are the two WhatsApp. These are two numbers. You can call them and ask. Usually the wait time is longer, but yeah, if you are calling from within Canada, it should be good. Try calling afternoon, like this time, around this time. They are usually free. I have tried it a couple of times when I was doing my application. It worked. It worked for me. They do reply. It takes time, but they do reply. And if you don't, I think the best way is reaching out via that form. There is a form there in this particular link, so you can contact it by them, or just email them or call them. Any more questions? Somebody posted a question on the WhatsApp group. There is a section which says provincial or territorial certificate of qualification while filing PR application. Can we assume it is related to AIP certificate? No. No, this is not. No, this is not. Yeah, thanks. If this is before nomination. Hey Ravi, if you have joined, just send me a message. I'll get to your question on the live. I see somebody join. Any questions from people who join? Somebody had a long question. Hassan Hussein. Hey Manish, appreciate your efforts here. The group has a really beneficial for me. Wanted to open my case. Aiming for tech pathway. Employer is looking to get LMIA exemption. Um, Employer is looking to get a LMIA exemption, then he has to apply for that. If he can apply and get for that, then yeah, you're good. It's up to employer. LMIA is a employer thing, so you don't need to worry about that. If an employer can get a LMIA exemption under a particular category, then yeah, why not? You can be good. Let me just find something on LMIA exemption, okay? I think there are few categories under one LMIA exemption is available. Um, yeah, go through this page. I'm just putting this page out here. Just go through this page. This page can tell you there are various exemption codes under which it can be applied. I think, but it has to be applied. Like I came under this F12 or F13, appears when filing peer applications post ITA. Any other questions from the group on the live, on the YouTube live? You mentioned somewhere that Aaip 10 we need to yeah, age Aaip age not greater than 3 months. Your remaining time on your application. So when you create your Express Entry profile, it's valid for 1 year. Okay. Now your remaining time should be more than 3 months. That is what Alberta Express Entry says. So tech pathway, if you are applying on a tech pathway, your your limit should be more than 3 months. So if you have a profile which is expiring in 2 months, then it will not work, right? But if you have a profile that is expiring in 5 months, maximum could be 12 months, right? So it's not greater than 3 months. You used a greater than sign. It's a less than sign. Yeah, less than. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just see. I'll just tell you how to. What is the current thing? Yeah, in 5 months or less. Actually, now the thing is that it's 5 months or less. So they suggest it should be 5 months. Yeah. There is one more question. Hi Manish, what is the minimum experience we should have for applying for PNP tech pathway? See, for it's they have not specified it directly in the requirements, but what they have said is that you should be either qualified for Canada Experience class, CEC, or a FSW or a Foreign Skilled Worker class. Okay. Now for Canada Experience class, if you want to qualify for CEC, you need a minimum experience of 1 year in Canada. Okay. If you want to qualify for FSW, I think the minimum is 3 years outside Canada. So if you have an experience of more than 3 years outside Canada, let me confirm the FSW part. But I think FSW is more than 3 years. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's 1 year of continuous work. If you are applying under FSW, you should have 1 year outside Canada, and beyond 3 years you get same number of points. Yeah. There's more question. My plan is to wait till LMI exemption and job offer are settled and then submit E, so it's smooth sailing. What do you think? So if you can qualify for, if you already qualify for CEC or FSW, right? First, create your Express Entry profile. I would say that. Right? Create your Express Entry profile. If you are already eligible for CEC or FSW, you can apply. What this LMIA and job offer will help you is the next step. So when you apply, even if when you create your Express Entry, you get 50 points for having a job offer. So this helps you there, right? So if you don't have any experience, like you are just out of college and things like that, then you have to wait for 1 year to gain that experience, right? But if you already have some experience, if you qualify for CC or FSW, like you can wait. But if I was in your position, I wouldn't wait. in all. I hope I was able to answer your question, man. Any more questions? Somebody lost his subscriber. My CRS score was 490. Oh, you could have got nomination with, you could have got ITA without PNP, man. Did you qualify for FSW? Hassan? I think the last draw was 489, right? See? Yeah. If you were FSW, you could have got nomination in the last draw. 489 was the last draw, and even in January, if you would have created your profile in January, the score was 490. So you would have got in January also. So seems like it would be a borderline case without 600 points, so did apply. No, it will not be. Like 600, to get this 600 points is surely will help you, right? But getting to that 600 will also need a lot of effort, right? So instead of doing that, if you would have applied for in January, if you were 490, 491, you would have got it by now, right? So don't, like, nomination is only a way of you getting what you want, right? So if you are getting it without nomination, like, you really don't need a nomination. Like in your case, if I was in your case, I would be kicking myself. You know, I'll tell you a story. A similar thing happened in 2021, in January 2021. In February 21, the CRS score dropped to 75. There were many people who were just waiting for the job experience, job offer, this, that, and everything. And the score dropped to 75. So what do you mean by 75? 75 means you have a IELTS score of 7, 6, 7, whatever the minimums. You have the minimum IELTS score, you just have graduation, and that's it, right? You never know when the score can drop. So you should always be in the pool. Even in my WhatsApp group that I'm running, always tell people, first create a profile, then ask question. You will have 1 year to ask questions, right? Just create the profile. Creating profile doesn't cost any money, right? Create a profile. You have enough time. You never know when the draw will drop. Yeah, son. Sure. Welcome, man. But yeah, just create a profile. Creating profile is absolutely free. You don't need to do anything on creating that profile. Any more questions? Somebody replied. Mihiri SM. Any hint that we can get PGWP extensions gonna expire in June? Like, I am not too sure on the PGWP part, Mihir. Maybe. I'm not too sure on the PGW part, but let me just check if there is any news. Manish Goglia, Manish, location, EC, 9 months, NOC. You don't need 1 year experience in Calgary for CEC. CEC is Canada Experience Class. You need to apply. You need to be in Canada, 1 year experience in Canada. Okay. Now let me clarify this question. Many people are asking this question on YouTube and everywhere. Let me clarify one question. Okay, people are asking me if I need to be in Calgary to apply for Tech Pathway. No, you don't need to be in Calgary for applying for Tech Pathway. The only thing you need to be in Calgary for is that if your nomination is successful, if you get your PR, after getting your PR, you can apply. You have to move to Calgary. So that is the only condition. Be very clear. You can work anywhere in Canada. You can even be outside Canada. If you have a job offer to work in Alberta, you can apply for Tech Pathway. And once you got to Tech Pathway, you can. After you get to Tech Pathway, everything is approved. Then you have to move to Alberta. Okay, so you need not be in Alberta. So by that logic, Manish, you don't need to have 1 year in Alberta for sure. You don't need to be in Alberta. If you want to come to Alberta for economic reason, for your job, for cost of living, everything, that is up to you. But for immigration purpose, it's not required till you get your PR. After you get your PR, yes, you have to be here. Case is that wife is looking to go for masters, and if she goes to a uni in other province like UBC, can I move with her or to settle? No, it's for you. Right? The condition is for you. After you get your PR, you have to live in Alberta. As simple as that. Right? So university is different thing. University, your wife can study. But if your question is can you live in BC? No, you can't live in BC. You have to live in Alberta. So I know this is a very unique case that you are saying, but the condition of PR is that you have to live in Alberta. So you will have to live in Alberta. So if your last question is, yes. So the draw that happens. So whenever, if you look at all the IRCC draws that happen, it happens for a specific theme. Till January, it was happening for no specified stream. Okay, so what that meant was that that people from all the streams, CEC, FSW, PNP, everybody was getting a ITA, right? On February of this year, what happened? They did a draw for PNP only, right? So means that people who have qualified for PNP only will get ITA. Yeah. So if you have met for PNP, you will get you would have already got ITA. So as I have met CEC and PNP, all in all, you are saying you have met both CEC and PNP. So this means that you will get like if you got it recently, then just wait for the next draw. You will get a nomination, ITA in the next draw. Right? But yeah, Usually it happens. Like for example, on 2nd of February, it happened only for FSW. So even if you have CEC or PNP, you wouldn't get a ITA because this was targeted for foreign skilled workers. Any more questions, guys? You're welcome, guys. Any more questions? What I'm planning to do is also on this channel, I'm also planning to do a quick workshop on Celtic. I have personally given Celtic and I have found it to be really easy to prepare and to do that test. I found it really user friendly. I have not given IELTS, so I cannot compare, but I can share my experience with Celtic and to help you guys. So let me know if that is something that would interest you, and what time should I do it. I'm planning to do a session. I have already prepared some kind of a module for that. Just to confirm, the restriction is not on education in either province, correct? But residence has to be in AB. Hassan, are you saying that you are applying for PNP based on a postgraduate work permit experience? Or you are trying to say that you are trying to do education after getting PR? Because your residence has to be near, like, are you thinking that you will come to Alberta, stay here and then go back? Because you're by residence, you mean you will have to maintain a residence here, right? You will have to need a house here, something to prove your domicile. It's not just coming to Alberta once and then going back. It's not like that. So obviously, you will have to stay here. Your wife can study in any university, as long as that university allows. But yeah, once you get your PR, universities will allow that. So I don't think that's a problem. But I understand your concern here. But yes, you have to live in Alberta. You cannot live outside Alberta for any reason. You cannot cite education as a reason of staying outside Alberta. Yep. I think Hassan, you're trying to find kind of a gray area, right? That whether like going by education and working. Yeah. But I think they would be very clear, like when you apply for nomination, right? They will ask you for a letter of intent, and what that letter of intent will do is basically give you you have to give a declaration that you will live in Alberta. So living, will have to prove. Like, how will you prove that while you were studying in BC, you were living in Alberta? So that's not possible. You see, Yeah. Hassan, are you on that WhatsApp group that I have? I think you are, right? That's how you joined this. Yeah. If you have any questions like this, if we are not doing this kind of live, you can post this question to a comment to any of my videos. I think that is easier for me to get, because in the WhatsApp group it's okay for a general communication, but if you have a specific question, put it there. I will try answer it anywhere. If you apply for tech pathway and they reject for some reason, then we will try the ban us from it. No, Manish, they will not ban you if they don't find you, if they don't find a misrepresentation. If they suspect any kind of misrepresentation, fraud, wrong statements, then they can blacklist you, right? So if they have not blacklisted you, you can reapply. It's not like if you're applying, if you don't get through, they will just ban you. No, it's not like that. May I message you to separate, because there is some more detail in, if that's not a bother. Yeah, sure, man. Go ahead, message me. You can message me. I would be just ending this call in a few minutes, and then I have to rush out for something. But yeah, I can keep touch with you on WhatsApp. But I think the best way right now is via my YouTube comments. I think that is what is quickest. Dropping off. Yeah, even I'm closing the call, and we will keep in touch. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.